Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Elizabeth, and this is Elderberry by Elizabeth. And every week I share with you a video that features recipes from scratch at home using seasonal ingredients. So this week it's one of my very favorites. We're going to talk about making kimchi at home. Now, before we jump into this, I want to let you know I am not Korean. I do not have authentic credentials as to making kimchi. This recipe is just the basic skeleton compilation of ginger, garlic, cabbage, and a variety of root vegetables that are fermented together. So this is a very flexible ferment, but much more flavorful and punchy than the sauerkraut that I was showing you a couple weeks ago. So without further ado, let's dig in.
So what you'll need is cabbage, usually Napa cabbage, at least 5 pounds, 2 cups of matchstick carrots, and 1 cup of matchstick radish. Daikon radish is the authentic version. I'm just using red radish. You need non-iodized salt and then some flavor. Fish sauce, Korean chili flakes, 6 cloves of garlic, and 2 tablespoons of minced ginger. You'll also need a non-iodized salt to pack the ferment. You don't need much equipment to make this. A big pot is what I used to assemble all the ingredients, and then I had a half-gallon size mason jar with a lid that I used to pack it. The final secret ingredient to good kimchi is a lot of time. You need to get into a rhythm of chopping and mixing, and chopping and mixing, and this can take quite a while. The cabbage needs time to break down with the salt and make the brine, so you have to start with the cabbage, coat the cabbage in the salt, and allow it to stand while you process all of your other ingredients. The salt will immediately begin to draw the water out of the cabbage. See the leaves turning wet. Kimchi is a slow food. It requires a lot of your valuable time to put it together, time that you can't replace, and time that you can't substitute by going to the grocery store and buying this in a jar. Let's just say there are reasons why kimchi isn't readily available off the shelf at your grocery store. It is best, in fact, it's only good when it is made fresh in your home. So rather than get flustered by the length of time required to chop everything into little pieces, just lean into the experience and embrace it as part of the cooking tradition that kimchi comes from. And regardless of how perfectly you are able to matchstick your carrots or sliver your radishes, realize that you are part of the process of making art. It's beautiful and imperfect and delightful all at the same time. Give your root vegetables some time to soak with the brine and the cabbage while you assemble your spices. You're going to need some ginger and garlic for sure. You really can't get around using those in kimchi, but the fish sauce and the chili flakes are totally optional. I just put in 1 teaspoon of a generic fish sauce, and then I used 3/4 cup of chili flakes and stirred them all into the pot at the last minute. Once you have everything in the bowl, you can let it all stand and soak in together. It will be fermented 2 to 5 days after you pack it, and it will keep in the fridge for over a month. You can taste test it as much as you want along the way. add that Korean red chili flakes are not nearly as spicy as our crushed red pepper. So when you see me add all this bright red to the kimchi, it actually isn't terribly spicy. It's a little hot, but you can always decrease this amount or take it out depending on your taste.
Lovely brine in there, and now I've got to pack it into a jar. But I did get out my canning funnel to load the jar, so I don't have to pack it with my hands. So let's get started on this and see how far we get. Well, it made almost exactly a half gallon of kimchi with very little headspace at the top. So I'm going to put this in a pan because it will probably overflow as it ferments. Loosely cap it, just the same as we do for a sauerkraut. This looks like it's tomato sauce. It is not tomato sauce. Now, at its heart, kimchi is just a spicy fermented salad. So if you think about your ingredients like a salad bowl, you can add so many different root vegetables. You can add any different kind of cabbage that you have available according to your budget, your taste preference. So don't think of this as something rigid, but think of it as something flexible that you can use as a guide according to your taste. And hey, if you like this video, don't forget to like and follow my Facebook page so that you get notifications for more content like this. And you can also find me over on YouTube if that's a platform that you prefer. You can just search me, Elderberry by Elizabeth, subscribe to my channel over there. So if you enjoy this, don't forget to find me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.